Fredericton, Mr. Nathan Dimitrov.
Woo! Thank you very much, St. John. Super happy to be here. I always like starting the same way, so I'm going to ask you guys here tonight to make some noise. Kind of fucking weird though. Like, what noise did you make? Excuse me, man. What noise did you make? When I said make some noise, what did you do? You went woo, right? Yeah? Yeah, you, David?
Yeah, we
clapped. And clapped. And I said, because I said make some noise, and there's so many noises possible, so you could have done that. That would have been great. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I know the last couple of years have been tough. You know, we haven't had enough time to use our imagination and our originality. But there's so many noises possible. Like, what? That was a noise. You guys could have done that. Frou-frou, frou-frou, frou-frou. That's another noise. You guys could have done that. There's that's another noise. This is all noises that are possible. I'm going to ask you guys again to make some noise, but this time I want you guys to dust off that place of imagination in your brains and do the most fucked up weird noise you guys can, okay? So come on. Pump down under. Make some noise. See, that's way more fun. That's way more fun. That's great. I'm very, very glad for that. Like I said, the last couple of years have been kind of tough. And sometimes you guys, we get low, we get down, we hit rock bottom, that dark, dark place. And I think, the last couple of years, we all know someone or have been someone that was affected by mental health. And for me, it was January 2021. January 2021, I was down. I was at the lowest of the low. I have a 16-year-old daughter, and I only got out of bed at 7:30 at night to make sure that she had supper and make something for supper. She's okay for breakfast and lunch. She can fucking microwave a pizza pop. It's kind of like, okay, I have to get out of bed. And when you're in those dark thoughts, sometimes you just think holy shit, it would be so much easier if, I know this is usually where I lose my audience. Actually, the first time I tested this joke, it was at a PG-13 show, and there was kids making s'mores, okay? But, come on, I did a cute way to shoot yourself in the head. I just went it was that wasn't it was like a pew, it was kind of just make the bangs go, it's a kind of cute joke. And when that happened to me, I felt really lucky that we live in Canada. I was like, I just can't go to Walmart and get a gun. So I was thinking about, let's say I wanted to, that's what I wanted to do right now. What do I have to do? 7:30 at night, what do I have to do? Well, if I want to do it the legal way, wake up the next morning very early, which is not something easy to do when you're on depression. Get up really early, go down to Service Canada, pick out a number, and it's one of those complicated numbers. It's not it's not like renewing your passport. Which while I was there, I'm like, fuck it, I'll just renew my passport too. It's like two for one. It's either a vacation or a permanent vacation. We'll see. So to write a complicated number, it's like 8, and everyone's B52 or something like that. So you have to sit down, and it's only one teller that can do that shit. So then, everyone's going by. You're waiting not the normal 4 to 5 hours. It's like an 8-hour shift. You're just waiting there. And then finally they bring you to the thing. And then they're like, so, sir, how can I help you today? You're like, well, I want to, I want to kill myself. So I want to renew my passport. And also I want a license to own a gun. So can you just do that? Okay, well, we're going to have to do a background check for you, sir. So give us your social insurance number. Why do you want to do a background check? And he's like, well, I want to make sure you're not going to hurt anyone. Well, I don't want to hurt anyone. I just, me. That's it. That's it. And okay, it makes you sign all these a mountain of documents. You're like, wow, I feel way better now that I'm signing all these documents. They take the documents. It's gonna be 4 to 18 weeks, sir, and then you'll get your paper. It's 4 to 18 weeks. There's a lot of fucking shit that can change in 4 to 18 weeks. Meet the love of your life, get your dream job, win the lottery. There's so much shit that can change. So then me forgetting about it, then you're there, and then one day you can imagine yourself, you're playing in the yard with the dog. Yes, you bought a dog because it was COVID. So you're playing in the yard with the dog, and the mailman arrives with a piece of paper and an envelope. He goes, sir, I have something for you. You open it up, it's your fucking gun license. You're like, I don't need this anymore. I got a dog. Like, Jesus Christ, man. So if you don't want to do it the legal way, what do? You do it the illegal way, which is, in my head, is you go on the black market. That's what you have to do. You have to go on the black market. I don't really know any gun sellers on the black market, so in my head, logically, all I just go do is see a drug dealer, right? You're like, hey, Mr. Drug Dealer, can I buy a gun off of you? He goes, are you a cop? No, I'm not a cop. If you're a cop, you have to tell me it's a cop. Like, that's in the movies, man. Like, that's like the undercover cops, that's what they do for a living, is tell you that they're not a cop. So you say, no, like, look, I just want to buy a gun because I just want to shoot myself. Actually, look, I don't even want to buy the gun. I want to buy a bullet and rent the gun. You can take the gun right back. I need no ownership of this gun after. So you go, well, dude, why do you want to kill yourself? And you kind of explain everything is going bad and stuff. And he goes, oh, wait a minute, man. I think I know what you need. A little bag of cocaine. So I'm addicted to cocaine now. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm addicted to cocaine. So yeah, I'm recently single. And it really shows when you come into my apartment. The apartment's a mess, and there's no more Kleenex. But I was crying. You guys are laughing at me because I was crying. It's because I always cry after I masturbate. That's why I always cry after I masturbate. But now being single, I have to make sure they have condoms at home. I have to make sure I have condoms. You always have to protect. You never know. Maybe you're bringing this chick at home. She wants to wear condoms. And like, I like to wear condoms. I have no problem. I'm not the kind of guy that's like, oh no, I'm not putting that. No, I don't. If I have to put this in that, I will put that on this. You know what I mean? Like, what? I'm pointing, it's a condom. No. So like I was noticing going to buy condoms, the condom game really changed. I don't know, like when I bought condoms the first time, you had spermicide and no spermicide. That's it. And I don't know if you guys know what spermicide was. Spermicide is like zombie sperm. It kind of looked like sperm, smelled like sperm, tasted like. And it looked like sperm, and it killed sperm, so it was like zombie sperm. So like, the sperm would be coming out of the place that it comes out, and then they're like, oh, there's some of my boys outside, and then it's like, breathe, and then it kills it. But now there's colors, there's rip for her, rip for him, hot, cold, change temperature, mild-mannered reporter. I don't know, there's a whole bunch of fucking different kinds. But like, the condom game really did evolve. If you go back, like hundreds, maybe not hundreds, but let's go like tens and 12s of years, like our great grandparents, back then the condoms used to be goat intestines. It's true, this is true, it used to be goat intestines. I kind of imagine, my great grandfather, all dressed in his nicest clothes, going to the barn dance where all the people were, and then he walks into the room and he sees my future great grandmother. He looks at her, he's like, wow, that's a nice 14-year-old. Because that back in the day, the age difference was really big. So he said, that's a nice 14-year-old, and her dad has a lot of land. So what does he do? He walks over to her and he's like, hey, little girl, let's dance. Then they do that dance that they used to do back in the day. They put their hands once against each other and they look each other in the eyes and they walk in a circle. Yeah, I saw this in Back to the Future 3. So they just walk around and they're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get nasty. I'm gonna fuck you. Oh yeah, we're gonna turn first. That's what they did in the movie. You know the movie? Yeah, movies are going to be invented in like 100 years. Motherfucker, you're going to like it. Then they walk around and then they're like, okay, let's blow this popsicle stand because there was popsicles back then. They're like, let's go. We're going back to the other barn. So they go back to the other barn and then they all start getting hot and heavy, I don't like imagining or reenacting my ancestors, getting it on, so let's just do it weird, okay? So they're like, mwah, mwah, mwah. Oh, this is so romantic. Oh, yeah. Mwah, mwah. Oh, yeah. Oh, mwah, mwah. And then let's have sex. The hay is chafing. Let's take off our clothes, which is not smart. It's going to chafe more. But they're like taking off their clothes, and then she's like, oh, shh. Do you have any protection? And he goes, oh, yeah, baby. So he walks over to his grandfather's guitar, the first Fender that ever existed. First Fender. Walks over to his grandfather's guitar. Dink! Pulls a string off. Goes see Misty the goat. His intestines are long. Then he takes out the intestines and he measures about 9 inches. 9 inches because I Wikipedia the shit. The average male erect penis is 8.5 inches. Yeah, in average from the base, like it's 8.5. So you want to cut an extra 0.5 to tie the knot, right? Because if you don't tie the knot, why are you wearing a fucking goat intestine on your dick while having sex if you don't want to block it? Like, there's no reason for you to do that at all. There's no reason. So you do the extra half inch so you can do the little knot, and then he rolls it on like the banana in school, and then they start having sex. And I don't know how people had sex back then, but it was a long time ago. Kama Sutra hasn't arrived in the Americas yet, so I'm guessing it was missionary. That's what the whites do. They do a lot of missions. So they're out there having sex and they're doing it. This is gonna be weird. Oh, this is great. We're having sex. Oh yes, there is a piece of Misty. Shut up. Having sex. Oh geez, you're pretty slack for a 14-year-old. Yes, I'm reminding you guys that she was only 14. This is not right. So they're having sex. They're like, oh, I'm gonna come. Oh, me too. This is so romantic. Yes, we're gonna come at the same time. The first time we ever had sex. Oh. My ancestors were very romantic, so he just didn't get off. He just stayed in and cuddled. You know, you just stay in and cuddle. You don't get out right away because they kind of like that sometimes. Just like that. Oh yeah, that was great. That was great. How many acres does your dad have again? Okay, cool. Yeah. Oh! I'm getting soft there. I'm getting soft. We don't want to lose the intestine inside. So let's just put some Kleenex right on that bale of hay. So let's just move over to slowly, just move your hips at the same time. Are they closer on that side? Yes, I have 2 boxes of Kleenex in the hay just to make sure. So let's just scoot over. Then he grabs it at the perfect second. Boom, puts it right on her first. And because he's a gentleman. He's a fucking gentleman. Okay, he puts it on him. Then he says, the only sentence you should ever say after having a beautiful night of sex and coming at the same time is, I'm gonna make a sandwich. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Your host.
Give a call for Nathan, everybody. That's great. Except for the part where he said the average penis was 8.5 inches. What the fuck? 8.5 inches. You must measure from the asshole, dude. Wow.